Well then, episode 6 of the Manager-Leader Continuum. Where do you stand on this continuum? Leaning towards being a leader or just a manager? The 3 points we are going to touch in this episode. Point number 1. A manager doles out sympathy when any of the member of his team is in trouble, personally or professionally. There is a bereavement in the family. Sorry, buddy, you lost your father. Sympathy. Similarly, you fail. I'm sorry, Jack, you didn't get your promotion. That's what is called sympathy. People are looking for empathy. People are not looking for sympathy. And a leader naturally shows empathy. It comes genuinely from within him. And what is empathy? And how is it different from sympathy? In case of sympathy, you feel bad, a person, fine, it happens all the time. The show must go on. Okay, you've been to the funeral, not tomorrow, we got this presentation to be done. You've shown sympathy, but you have not shown any empathy whatsoever. Empathy, you literally share the pain of the other person. You say, hey dude, you lost your father. He put up a valiant battle. What a great soldier he was. And you as a son, you did your best. Tell me, is there anything we can do personally and organizationally? Are there some hospital bills to be settled? Do you require 7 days off? I am really personally feeling bereaved because you lost your father. That is empathy. You share, you almost take away and suck out the pain and sorrow and suffering from your followers. People are not looking for sympathy, but people are, and they will open when you show empathy. But you have to be genuine and authentic. You cannot feign empathy. You can feign sympathy. So leaders show empathy, managers show sympathy. And some of the poor managers don't even show sympathy. I won't touch that. Managers, coming to the next point, relies on written communication. You've had a meeting. You say, hey, these are 3 points need to be done. You say, okay, boss, we'll do it. By when? Tomorrow evening. No. Who's going to write the minutes of the meeting? Please write the minutes of the meeting, get my approval, and circulate to all concerned. Written communication. And actually, when those minutes come to the boss, they were supposed to be done by the end of the day. Tomorrow, the minutes are lying with the boss for approval till the noon of the next day, and then he adds a few things. And where is the time for you to actually execute those decisions? And the people have not started execution because the boss said, I have not given a green signal, please wait for the minutes to be approved by me or the senior management. He relies on written communication. On the other hand, a leader, he says, okay, guys, please get on to work. We have very little time. By 5 o'clock, this report, this document, this PowerPoint presentation, this cabinet memoranda have to go. Let's get on to the mission. Why waste further time in recording minutes? All right, in any organization, decisions have to be written and recorded. But these procedures and over-reliance on written word as against the verbal, especially in a crisis situation, especially in a cataclysmic situation of catastrophe and disasters, it is the word that you speak. Okay, these are the Shramik trains which are starting to take the labor from Punjab to Bihar. Guys, we are going to pay everything out of the pocket of Punjab government, including the bus fare. You will get your communication by tomorrow because there are internal procedures. But the train leaving today evening, please draw the money and make the payment to the railway authorities. That is leadership in a crisis situation. Written words can follow, instructions can follow for audit purposes and for posterity. But reliance on oral communication in need of crisis and catastrophe is a hallmark of a good leader. A manager discourages dissent. Everything can be seen from different perspectives. People can have different and divergent perspectives, and it takes and call on how to solve a particular problem. You say to do like this, and a junior member of the team is saying, boss, I think this is going to have trouble on account of ABC. You say, hey dude, our organization, this government department is not a perpetual debating society. I have said you have to do it. This is what the diktat from the top management is. I don't care whether the consequences are good, bad or ugly, but there has to be no discussion, no debate, no dissent. Let's do it. The leader encourages discussion. He does not encourage dissent. In fact, often he is the last to speak. He does not display his own cards to begin with. There is a situation, there is a problem to be tackled. Everyone knows what the problem is. You're sitting in a committee room, and he goes around and say, hey Rajiv, what do you think is the best method of tackling this? And goes to Anita, asks the same question. She may have a different take on the situation. But a good leader, A, does not, when the reaction from the team members or suggestions come, convey whether he's liking it or not liking it. In fact, it is premature. Maybe he likes to go through the entire circle before he actually reaches a decision. And more importantly, it may give a signal as to bosses preferring a particular alternative, and other people may not really speak their mind independently. And then, after having internalized, assimilated the feedback and suggestions, he says, well, I think if we could do so this way, what are your views? And if a consensus is reached, then it becomes the decision of the leader and the entire organization and the whole set of followers. It is not my decision. It is not his suggestion which has become a decision. The person who gave a suggestion, that suggestion was not taken on board, need not feel left out. But a collective decision which each one owns. And remember, if things go wrong, the leader is going to take responsibility. He is not going to tell Rajiv, well, you cooked our goose because you gave the suggestion. And if, in all probability, the scheme, the mission succeeds, he says, my team suggested, Rajiv particularly came with this good idea. Everyone else supported. Well done, guys. That is a true leader. So we finish this episode, and thereafter the 7th episode is going to be a journal assimilation of all these 20 odd points that we've spoken in these 6 episodes, so that you can leave and have with you certain distilled ideas which can help you to graduate from a manager to be a leader, because this is all a continuum and not 2 distinct poles. So thanks for being with us through this 6 episode series, but the last one is going to be important because it kind of interleaves and interweaves all of these so that you can carry the lasting value of this talk for you and your team members. Thanks for watching, and please click on share, subscribe, like and comment. Genuinely looking forward to your feedback. Stay tuned for the final and concluding episode.